Hi, I'm Melissa Sanger, and this is my summary of learning presentation for ECMP355. I've decided to share my top 10 things that I have learned this semester. Are you ready? Well, here we go. In at number 10, I learned that technology is not something to be feared in the classroom. It is important to include many forms of technology in our classrooms. Chances are that students are coming into our classrooms with all kinds of knowledge surrounding technology, and we can always learn something from them. I've also learned that having a backup plan is very important when planning to use technology in your classroom, because you just never know. Number 9, digital storytelling. I really enjoyed the week Dean brought Alan Levin in to introduce us to digital storytelling, because it introduced me to so many tools and resources that I had no idea existed. Sites like the Daily Create and DS106 had me spending hours exploring their potential and all the awesome ideas around storytelling. I love that these spaces can create the outlet for students to express their creativity. It allows them to create something that they can really be proud of and that they can share with the rest of the world, instead of just getting it hung on the fridge at home. Number 8, Twitter. I did have a Twitter account prior to this course, but I did not use it to its full potential. Twitter can give you access to other educators, ongoing conversations, other classrooms across the world, and gives you the ability to share things that could help others out. I have found myself reading articles or conversations that have been retweeted, realizing that the doors that can be opened through Twitter. This is not just a social media site, it is an educational resource. Number 7, Skype. I had heard of Skype before, but I had never used it or thought of using it because my old laptop didn't have a webcam. When my teacher suggested using Skype to interact with her grade 4 students, I panicked. I had no idea it was going to be so easy. This is a tool that I know I will use in my future classroom. Number 6, Gmail. In one of our first online sessions, we talked about Gmail and the many doors that it could open. It was at this time that I started using my Gmail account. I also did some research of Gmail versus Hotmail and wrote a blog post about it. It is very professional, and I'm glad that I've made the switch. Number 5, Remind 101. I love Remind 101. When Dean introduced it at the beginning of the course and continued using it throughout the semester, I was thrilled. It has so much potential for effective communication with your older students and parents. Figuring out how to use it effectively and completely in the classroom will be the challenge. Number 4, About Me. The idea that this page is the first thing a potential employer sees if they decide to Google me is very reassuring. I have never had anything on the internet that I was worried about, but this allows people to read about who you want them to know you are. I think it would be powerful and meaningful for students to create their own About Me page and update it as they grow and move through the grades. Well, we've reached the top 3. So here it is. In at number 3, your digital footprint. For the first time in my 4 years of university, I heard that it was all right and beneficial to have a digital footprint. After George Couros' presentation, I was not so worried about my digital footprint. Knowing how to create a positive and resourceful digital footprint is something I feel is very important to share with our students. Encouraging them to be conscientious and cautious of what they put online, letting them know that it could influence their future. Number 2, Google. Yes, Google. Who knew Google's full potential? I had no idea all the things Google had to offer. Google Hangouts, Google Docs, communities, it really is endless. And the more I look into all of it, the more ideas I gain on how I could use it in my own classroom one day. Sharing with our students that Google is so much more than a search engine could lead to endless possibilities for them when creating an assignment. Discovering, exploring, and learning is what education is all about, and I believe that Google can be very valuable on many of these levels to these processes. And the number one thing that I learned from ECMP355, blogging. If I had not gained any other knowledge, resources, or ideas from this course, but the blogging aspect, I still would have walked away satisfied. Over the last 3 months, I have totally fallen in love with blogging. I enjoyed interacting with my mentor and her class through their blogs, as well as all the learning that I did through blog posts, articles, and resources that my peers have shared. The potential and possibilities that a classroom blog has is endless. I can see myself using this to share my students' work and ideas. Also, as a communication tool with student parents on their students' learning. The number of educators using classroom blogs is inspiring, and I cannot wait to execute this idea in my own classroom one day. So there it is. I'm so overwhelmed and excited with the knowledge that I have gained through this course. I am excited to try all of these things in the classroom and see my students' faces light up with all the new things that they will learn. Thanks for watching.